welcome to Btvn. I'm Seth Farrar. Today we will start the show off with a few announcements. Barstow's peer tutoring is starting back up again. This is a requirement for National Honor students and cum laude members. If you think you might want to tutor or want to become a tutor, please contact Ms. Biscocia, the school counselor. College visits are in full swing, so upperclassmen need to be sure to keep checking Naviance and signing up. Are you interested in a weekend full of adventure and fun? Contact Jeannie Brown if you want to go on the school ski trip. Keep in mind, beginners are welcome. Here at Btvn, it is our job to keep you informed about the school. Have you heard about what's going on in the 4th grade lately? Here's the story.
So the 4th grade students were inspired to create Olympic athletes because the Olympics was going on, and we learned that artists used to be able to actually win a medal for artwork. So in the early 19th century, you could get a gold medal in sculpture or painting. And today, you can still win an Olympic art competition, but instead of a medal, you can get a cash prize. So we looked at the 3 sculptures that got cash prizes for the London 2012 Games, and it always has to have a sports theme. So the students created a 3D sculpture of their own, and they got to choose a sport or an athlete and actually create an action figure in a action pose, and they were very excited to do that.
The first thing that we did was made a form from pipe cleaners, and then after that we plastered the pipe cleaners and made the body a little thicker and really started the form of the person. And then after that we painted the skin color, and then we painted on the whole outfit, and it was really fun. And then we added some extra details like yarn and ribbons and stuff to put as the hair, and it was a really fun process.
Cracking right as we speak.
I really enjoyed making my Olympic figure. Mine is right here. Mine is doing Taekwondo sparring, to be exact. He's on Team USA, and the red parts on him are his gear. He has a black belt on.
The students did a wonderful job. It was very challenging to try to figure out how to form a 3D figure and get the correct proportions and get them in the action pose, sometimes even using a prop. But they did a really nice job forming the pipe cleaners covered with foil, covered in plaster, and then finally painting them. And probably the most fun part was the plaster, because it was messy and slimy and the kids had a blast doing it. So went really well. They were successful.
This is mine right there. I kind of wanted to make it kind of like Gabby Douglas, my favorite Olympic gymnastics athlete, and I painted USA on there, and I gave her makeup for the details, and then I formed her like bun out of yarn, and yeah, so hopefully it looks like Gabby Douglas.
As you may have noticed, the Maki students are visiting Barstow this week. They're joining us for the middle school night at the races. Here to tell us a little more about that is Mr. Byer. So, Mr. Byer, tell me about the races.
Well, tonight at 6 o'clock, we will have the gym all set out for the night at the races. The students start with a block of wood like this, as you may recall.
Yes.
And their task is to make something that will go down the track. It requires wheels. Slows it down if there's no wheels. It's a physics thing. Now, this is a design engineering project that we do. It's the first one that we do of the year, and the students can enter this race in 2 different forms. They can either go for speed, and this one I think is designed for speed, and as well as this great big one here, okay? And then there's also the category of creativity. Now, this I believe is a turtle, and we have a mouse. This is a Minion, I believe. This is a Converse sneaker. I know that Coach wants us to only have sneakers on the gym floor, so that's what this one is for. We have a nice little one here. I don't know what this is. I believe this is a flying pig, so we will race when pigs fly. Some of the cars are good enough to eat. However, I wouldn't recommend it. I don't have any idea what this is made of. This one, I thought, my goodness, this isn't very creative, until I realized that this has the name of every 7th grade student on this: mind, body, character.
And about how long does this process take to make the cars and finish them?
It's only about a week from start to finish to get from here to here is about a week. They design the cars, the robotics team cuts the cars and gives them back. The students sand them down and paint them. We put the wheels on together, and then they are ready to race. Now, some students agree with me. This really is rocket science.
Okay. Well, thank you very much.
However, there's one more. This is one of the Japanese cars. This is the Shinkansen train, the bullet train in Japan that runs from Tokyo down south. This will
Very
be
interesting.
fast.
Okay, thank you very much. Thanks, Mr. Byer, and don't forget that Btvn is live streaming the middle school night at the races, so everyone at home and back in Japan can watch it. Now here's the question of the week.
Why do people make video games?
To probably trick kids into buying things that they don't really need.
Because I like video games.
People make video games because their mothers told them they had to stop playing in the basement and actually earn money, and this seemed like the best way to accomplish that.
That's gotta be the stupidest question anybody's ever asked me. It's like, why is there butter? Why is there delicious? Video games are made purely for entertainment and to make money. Mostly entertainment, but also most of the money.
We'll close off our show today with a couple more announcements. The volleyball games tomorrow against Summit Christian Academy are at home at 5 and 6, so be sure to go out and support the ladies. Jordan Graber would like to kindly remind everyone, please don't leave trash in the bleachers by the soccer field. You know who you are. Now we have some club announcements. This Friday, September 21st, the Code Club will be hosting an athletic tournament. Basketball and soccer teams require 5 people, and badminton is in pairs if you would like to start a team. Once you have your teams, tell Deco Ricketts or Mr. Thurman as soon as possible. Wakar would like us to remind you that Film Club will meet during Flex tomorrow. There is an event at the Spofford home on Sunday from 2:30 to 4. Contact Nora Lloyd for directions or if you have any questions. And finally, some good news. The PEP Assembly has been rescheduled. It will now be September 28th, next Friday. Have a great day, everyone. I'm Seth Farrar.
Seth, I have one more thing.
What's that?